So to have introduction to what exactly this autoregressive moving averages process are, as I have just now talked about, we have to address few of the special types of the random processes, as like the popular one Gaussian, the white noise here. So the characteristics and the properties of few of the random processes, those can be generated by the filtering of white noise with a linear shift invariant filter having a rational system function are of the interest in this particular video and onwards here. So these random processes include the autoregressive, moving average and autoregressive moving average processes here. So the attention should be to this particular point. The topic is for random processes. We are interested to learn the random processes. These are generated by filtering of the white noise. So for the filtering purpose, the use is of a filter which is linear into the nature, which is shift invariant, as we have already discussed into the previous topics also, and the filter is having a rational system function that can be denoted by H here. So such kinds are autoregressive processes, moving average processes, and the third one, autoregressive moving average processes. So the third term that we have here is nothing but our this video's topic, autoregressive moving average processes here. Now, while having the learnings with respect to these three special types of the random processes, the interest or the focus will be on what is the form of the autocorrelation sequence and how the power spectrum of these processes is represented here. So out of these two terms, the power spectrum just now we have dealt with. So this is nothing but the Fourier transformation of the autocorrelation sequence, and autocorrelation sequence is nothing but the second order characterization into the statistical terms here. So when we have such autocorrelation sequence for these random processes and that satisfy a set of equations which are very popular in this probability theory by the name Euler-Walker equations here. So these Euler-Walker equations relate the autocorrelation function that is denoted by Rx as a function of k to the parameters of the filter H in general here. So this is what the importance of this particular topic is there. So out of the listed three one, we exactly going to start with the third, first of all, that is autoregressive moving average random process here. So for that purpose, we shall first of all consider a random process, and as we are covered with into the topic number 15, that the random process is of white noise type here. So let us say white noise type random process can be denoted by V of n here, and for such an input random process we have a filter for filtering purpose. So that filter is causal into the nature, linear into the nature, along with it is shift invariant filter whose filter function can be denoted by the expression H of Z. So this is with respect to the Z domain representation, Z transformation domain it is. So it is having a rational system function and it is with respect to the p poles and q zeros. So small p poles and small q zeros are expected in this representation. So this is the filter function, a ratio of b suffix q of z, and the denominator is a suffix p of z here. So a and p are nothing but the representations to have found the roots in terms of poles and the zeros here. The numerator in more details is nothing but the summation for k is equal to 0 to q bq of k into z to the power minus k, whereas the denominator is 1 plus summation k is equal to 1 to p a suffix p as a function of k into z to the power minus k. So in this representation of the filter function, a suffix p of k and b suffix q of k, these are nothing but the filter coefficients in general we can say here. So this is the filter function we have. We have already stated that the input random process will be a white noise that can be denoted by V of n. So when such a V of n white noise random process is filtered by this filtering function, so what is the output? So the output will be denoted by x of n here. So for x of n obtained as the output and for the input V of n, the corresponding power spectral densities or simply the power spectrum we can denote with the further equations here. So here we have the denotion of p suffix v of z. So into the z transformation representation we have power spectrum of the input signal here. So this is equal to sigma suffix v square. This is nothing but the variance in general we can say. And next to that we have p suffix x of z. This is the power spectrum of the output random process x of n, and this is obtained as sigma suffix v square into a ratio where the numerator is having b suffix q of z into bq conjugate of 1 upon z conjugate, whereas the denominator is a suffix p of z into a suffix p conjugate of 1 upon z conjugate here. Now this is the representation into the z domain. So as z domain if you go for or Fourier domain if you go for, they are nothing but confined to the frequency domain representations here. So we can switch from this representation to the Fourier representation here. So in terms of Fourier tool use, we can represent the power spectral density of the output by p suffix x as a function of e to the power j omega. So here we write sigma suffix v square into the ratio where we have numerator mod square of b suffix q as a function of e to the power j omega, and the denominator is mod square of a to the suffix p as a function of e to the power j omega here. So these two representations are the most important here. Those can be outlined as well, the one into the z domain and another into the Fourier domain. So both can be represented here. So such a random process that is having the power spectrum of the form these two equations are representing is nothing but the random process called as the topic title autoregressive moving average random process, and simply it can be denoted as in the abbreviated form ARMA in the bracket P comma Q process here. So the power spectrum of ARMA in the bracket P comma Q process contains twice P and twice Q zeros with respect to the reciprocal symmetry. So this is all about the power spectral representation. Now we shall move further. Now as we have x of n and v of n into the role, x of n to be the output random process and v of n to be the input random process here, that is filtered here. So the relation of x of n with that of v of n can be by the use of a linear constant coefficient difference equation given as like this. So in this equation here we have onto the left hand side x of n is added with summation L is equal to 1 to P a suffix P of 1 into x of n minus L, whereas the RHS is summation L is equal to 0 to Q B suffix Q of L V of n minus 1 here. Now to this difference equation, if we have multiplication on both the sides by x conjugate of a, and if we compute the expected value, so that time we get this new form of the equation. So we obtain here after taking the expectation and multiplication, we get the first term onto the left hand side, nothing but the autocorrelation sequence here, that is represented for the random process, output random process x of n, that is r suffix x of k here. So this is added to summation L is equal to 1 to P a suffix P of L into r suffix x of k minus l. This also becomes the autocorrelation sequence here. On to the RHS, we are left with summation L is equal to 0 to q b suffix q of L into the expected value of, we have the multiplication of v as a function of n minus L into the x conjugate of n minus k here. Now as we expect the v of n, the input random process, to be a wide sense stationary random process, it follows that the input v of n and the output x of n can be the jointly wide sense stationary, along with the relation given as the expected value of, we have v of n minus L into x conjugate n minus k to be r suffix vx as a function of k minus L. So the left hand side of this equation is nothing but this particular term into the above equation here. So the substitution into the above equation results into the new form. Here we obtain the LHS, the autocorrelation sequence Rx of k added to the summation L is equal to 1 to p a suffix rho of L Rx of k minus L, which is equal to summation L is equal to 0 to q bq of L into r suffix vx as a function of k minus L. So this particular form of the difference equation does not seem to be very useful for the further analysis here. So therefore we opt another way, as we have the output and input relation for the filtering purpose by this equation. So at this time the x of n is nothing but the output random process, whereas v of n is the input random process and h of n is the filter function here. So upon having the convolution carried out in between h of n and v of n, it results into the output random process x of n. The convolution can be expanded in the form summation m is equal to minus infinity to plus infinity v of m into h of n minus m here. Now the cross correlation, if it is there, so into the previous representation what we had, the cross correlation, we can write it into the form. Here we write the expected value of v of n minus L into the x conjugate n minus k here. So this is equal to expected value of summation m is equal to minus infinity to infinity v of n minus L into v conjugate of m into h conjugate of n minus k minus m here. So into the simplified forms we can get it to the next step like this. The expected value will be confined without the filter function, and next to that we can make the use of representing with the help of variance here. So sigma suffix v squared, this is in multiplication to h conjugate L minus k. So now if we have substitution of the obtainings here to the equation that we had left to be not useful, the difference equation here, so that time we obtained the modified form of that difference equation like this. So here we obtain Rx of k added to the summation L is equal to 1 to p a suffix p of L into Rx of k minus L, computed as the variance sigma suffix v square into the summation L is equal to 0 to q bq of L into h conjugate L minus k here. Now from this particular equation, if we consider that for the filter function into the discrete time domain h of n being a causal one, we can have the representation of the summation that we show onto the RHS side. This is what the summation by this particular representation. So the representation to have the replacement into the equation is nothing but c suffix q of k here. So this is equal to the summation L is equal to k to q bq of L into h conjugate L, which can be also written into the form L is equal to 0 to q minus k, or the summation order here bq of in the bracket L plus k h conjugate into h conjugate of L here. So since we have CQ of k is equal to 0 for all the values of k, those are greater than q. We can have the modified form here. So for the non-zero values of the k here, so k greater than or equal to 0 if we consider, we get it to the new form of the equation. So this new form of the equation gives us the autocorrelation sequence Rx of k added to the summation L is equal to 1 to p a suffix p of L into Rx of k minus 1, opting the two values for k in between 1 to q, sigma v square into cq of k. When k is greater than q, it opts to the value 0 here. So this particular equation that can be outlined as here is nothing but the Euler-Walker equation, which is the very important one, and we can also have this particular equation written into the matrix form also, where we can have k is equal to extending values from 0, 1, 2 up to p plus q here. So by the next we show the matrix form of this particular Euler-Walker equation here. So the LHS is having first of all the matrix. The elements are with respect to the autocorrelation sequence R suffix x here. This is in multiplication to the filter coefficient matrix, column matrix A suffix p here, and on to the RHS, the product of the two is in the terms of variance sigma suffix v square into the column vector having the filter coefficients C suffix q here. Now there can be one note with respect to the Euler-Walker equations into the matrix form and into the previous form, that these provide the relationship between the filter coefficients and the autocorrelation sequence that is evident from this equation here. So here we have addressed the autoregressive moving average random process, one of the special type of the random process.